Good morning, gang. This is Valentina. And yes, I disappeared for a while. I've been extra busy, and life happened in crazy ways. So I wasn't able to do my usual morning ritual videos, the wisdom of the tea leaves. And today I'm drinking tea, and the tea leaves are in my tea. It's a loose tea, a special jasmine loose tea that I got from some friends of mine. It's very delicious, but it doesn't have a little wisdom to it. Other than just drinking this cup of tea, I stopped the war. This is a poem. I forgot who wrote this, but a Buddhist mindfulness poem. It's sitting there just enjoying the tea. There's all your wisdom that you need. And this moment is precious. Don't let it go by unnoticed. And that sounds like a cliche, I know, but when shit hits the fan, we become so overwhelmed with everything that we stop living. We start crisis managing, and we start worrying, and we start being frustrated, and so on and so forth, maybe scared, all those things, and we forget that life is happening all around us. And especially now it's springtime, so everything is beautiful out there. The weather is great, and there's so much to see, and there's always a moment where we can take a break from the challenges, from the frustrations, and notice the good things in life. If we only focused on the negative, if we only focused on the difficult, then we lose purpose for living. We lose joy for life, and then life becomes nothing but a struggle. And what's the point of that, right? And I forgot who said this, but life is not a caravan of despair. That's what they said. So in every moment there's a lesson, but we can only see the lesson after the fact. We understand life looking backwards, while we have to live it forward. We have to look forward, try to make decisions the best we can with the information that we have, and hope for the best. And then look back and go, that was a good decision, or that was a bad decision, or I could have done this, I should have done this. But reality is, if you could have, you would have. And if you would have, you wouldn't have done what you already did. So what you did is what you did, because that's all you could do under the circumstances, and with your capacity at the moment to understand the consequences, or not to pay attention to the consequences. But definitely, if you could have done better, you probably would have done better. So sometimes it's easy to blame ourselves for our choices, and to forget that reality at the moment when you're making the choices was different than when you're looking back on your choices. Whether it's stress, whether it's fear, whatever is present at the moment you're making choices, it's going to influence what choices you see. But I like to live by sort of a cybernetics rule. It's act as to increase the number of possible choices. So at least whenever I'm faced with decisions to make, I look and I try to find the decision that will lead me to the most possible choices. I'm not saying outcomes, I'm not saying decisions, I'm saying choices. I'd like to be in a place where I have more choices. Then which choice I take is up to me, but I hate not having choices, or having just one choice. That's called stuck between a rock and a hard place sometimes. So anyway, just a few thoughts on general life things, and remembering that your struggles are usually not just your own. And we're all humans. We're all under the influence of the same human emotions and with the same human needs, and just various strategies for fulfilling those needs and various understandings of how the world works, like various maps of reality, so to speak. But we always, and all of us, go through tough times, whether caused by us or not necessarily, just things happen. But we never have to be alone in those moments. And probably most of the time when not alone, we isolate ourselves perhaps, but folks around us usually want to comfort us, extend a helping hand, and be there for us, but we have to allow them and not take advantage of them, not become a victim. But everybody needs a shoulder to lean on. Everybody needs someone to talk to from time to time. And everybody needs to hear themselves talk. And it's kind of hard to talk all by yourself when nobody's listening, right? Then that's like a whole nother issue. Like, what's really going on? But anyway, this is what I like about being a life coach. People come to me, and usually one of the things they say is they have nobody to talk to about the things that they're feeling or thinking. They don't feel comfortable talking to others, or for other reasons cannot disclose their inner worlds to others. And so I get to listen. I get to listen to life stories. I get to listen to challenges and conundrums. And I get to give people my perspective and help them find their way. Everybody's got their own way. And there's no such thing as one way fits everybody. You know how that works when you go to the store and you buy a dress or a pair of pants. That's one size fits all, and it usually fits a few people, and the rest of them are too big or too small. So having to find your own way that you're comfortable with living and making your own steps is where your growth is. And no matter how much good advice anybody gives you or how much information someone gives you, you still have to do it your speed and your way, kind of thing. And so I get to be the person to help others in all kinds of situations. And in the meanwhile, I learn from everyone that I talk to. It gives me a perspective on my own life, on my own situations, whatever they are, whenever they are, and it helps me be prepared for my own future. So I find myself in the fortunate position of being humbled by others and being educated by others while I'm trying to help them out. So anyway, this wasn't meant to be a spiel for my life coaching. It was really just a morning to reflect on life, because life is interesting, life is challenging, and I'm not sure we ever figure out what life is really about. We have theories, we have good ideas, we have beliefs, but they're constantly challenged by events, by our own actions. We surprise ourselves with our own actions sometimes. It's like, I would never do this, or this is not me, or oh my God, I can't believe I did that. So it's not that simple. It's not that simple. So one day we die. And then I don't know what's left. For those who believe in life after death, maybe there's hope. But there are people out there who are atheists and they don't believe that there is anything after death. So then it becomes even more of a challenge to live your life in such a way that you do not waste any minute, because there is no second chance. There is no other life. There is no redemption at the end. It's like what happens now that matters the most. That's it. You can hope for a better rebirth or just get through this part and you'll come back later and you'll have another shot at it. It's like, if you don't believe in those things, then you're pretty much stuck having to be responsible for every moment of this life. So, and for those that do believe in these things, okay, that sounds comforting, but at the end of the day, you still don't really remember your past lives and your new lives and your new lives. So maybe it's still a good idea to pay really close attention to the moments of this life. Anyway, I think I'll stop here, and I hope to see you every morning from now on. And if you like my little morning videos, please subscribe to my channel, share them with friends, and feel free to send me questions or comments. You can email me, you can place the comments at the bottom of the video, and I will weave it into another into another video. So have yourself a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow.